right? Now we will continue with that, like the remaining part of the photosystem 1 and photosystem 2, and then we will see exactly what happens in light reaction process. So before going ahead, I would like to know few things from you. So please raise your hands as that's the question. If you know the answer, please raise your hand. Okay. So first thing, I want you all to tell me what is Hill's reaction. Only one person knows what is Hill's reaction. Well, हमने almost आधा lecture invest किया है to know what is Hill's reaction. Okay, Nikita, tell me what is Hill's reaction.
He'll prove that the source of oxygen evolved during photosynthesis is water and not a carbon dioxide. Hence, it is called the Hill's reaction.
Very good. So Anuj, what was the material he used for doing the entire experiment?
Sir, he isolated the chloroplast in a mix where it was containing the water,
Okay.
and that there was a change in color of the ferric compound.
Okay.
Due
Okay.
to
Very good. So there was a change in the color, and he said that if there is a change in color, वहाँ पे कौन सा reaction हो रहा है मतलब?
Sir, reduction हो रहा है ना?
Yeah, very good. It's reduction happening, and then उसमें मतलब reduction हो रहा है तो ये hydrogen आ कहाँ से आ रहा है? Like कहाँ से आ रहा है hydrogen? And then he thought of the concept of कहाँ से आ रहा है hydrogen वहाँ पे?
Sir, removal from the water.
Yeah, very good. So removal from the water, या फिर हम लोग उसको बोलते हैं फोटोलिसिस ऑफ वाटर, जहाँ पे हम लोग वाटर को ब्रेक करके हाइड्रोजन एंड और क्या रिलीज करेंगे?
CO2.
वाटर से CO2 कैसे निकलेगा? If I break water, क्या क्या होगा उसमें?
Sir, H2 plus O2.
या H2 plus O2 नहीं बोलेंगे, पर हाइड्रोजन एटम बस ऑक्सीजन. ओके, अभी वो तुम इफ यू आर बैलेंसिंग इट देन यू विल गेट टू नो एग्जैक्टली क्या क्या और कितना रिलीज हो रहा है.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The next question is, we know there are three important experiments, right? सबसे पहला कौन था? Van Niel का था. Then Hill's reaction, and the third one was the Rubin. So tell me, Rubin had done the experiment using what? So he used dash as experimental material to prove that photosynthesis में क्या हो रहा है. Yeah, Abhi, this is a very easy question, and I really want you all to आंसर. ओके, ये सिर्फ शारन, निकिता, ये लोगों ने किया, तुम लोग का ये नहीं लेके रखा है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दैट एवरीवन विल जस्ट स्लीप एंड अदर्स दिस टू पीपल विल एक्सप्लेन और आंसर द क्वेश्चंस. यस मोनाली.
Chlorella.
Very good. So it is a chlorella. And what is chlorella?
It is an algae.
Yeah, it is a green algae. Okay, yeah, correct. It's algae, but to be more precise, it's a green algae. Then comes the next part, that is a reaction center. What do you mean by reaction center? Exactly क्या होता है reaction center? Yes, Sharon.
Light absorbing pigments present in thylakoid are arranged in clusters of chlorophyll, and their pigments is called reaction center.
नहीं, अभी यहाँ पे तुम थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो. You're correct, but is it plus? If I'm talking about cluster, so वो reaction center है या कुछ और है? Then what is photosystem? Sharon.
Photosystem. uh,
Who will tell me what is the reaction center and what is the photosystem?
Reaction centers में solar energy is trapped by chlorophyll and stored in the form of ATP and NADH.
Yeah, point is right. Okay, ATP and ADH. ठीक है.
So oxygen is evolved by the splitting of water.
हाँ, वो भी सब ठीक है. But what is reaction center? If you remember, there was something known as P680, P700. तो ये क्या था? This is reaction center, right? तो तुमने बोला cluster वगैरह, that is PS1, PS2. So now I want to know exactly what is reaction center. Okay, never mind. We will revise it today. What is photosystem? Anyone except Sharon? क्या होता है photosystem? You guys are not trading anything. मतलब जो एक घंटे में बोलेगा सुन लेंगे, मन किया तो सुन लेंगे, नहीं तो छोड़ देखेंगे. अभी वैसे भी पता नहीं एग्जाम होगा नहीं होगा, राइट? कल ही तो आया हम लोग का डिसीजन. हाँ, वही तो मैं बोला, कल ही तो कल मॉर्निंग में आई होगी थोड़ा सा सरमन, एंड इवनिंग में आई गॉट टू नो दैट द एग्जाम्स आर कैंसल फॉर 11th स्टैंडर्ड. वाओ. बट प्लीज कीप इन माइंड द सेकंड स्टेटमेंट जो मैंने कल बोला था. बोर्ड एग्जाम, कॉलेज एग्जाम मे बी कैंसिल होगा नहीं होगा, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग. बट नीट एंड जेईई तो होना ही है. इवन दिस ईयर 2020 में भी कितना भी कुछ हुआ, ऑल एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स, नॉट ओनली नीट का, जेईई का, एट एवरी स्टेज जो भी एंट्रेंस एग्जाम था वो सब के सब हुए हैं ये साल भी. भले वो 2 महीना 4 महीना 6 महीना लेट हुए होंगे, बट all entrance exams were conducted by government. So don't be under such impression कि वहां पे भी कुछ मिरेकल होगा और हम लोग ऐसे ही कहीं भी पहुंच जाएंगे. तो वो होने से ना रहा. You have to study really hard if you really want to achieve what you have planned. May it be JEE या फिर NEET, जो भी होगा. I will not talk much about JEE because that's a different scenario only. But NEET, if you are planning biology, there is no option to biology. I know you know what is the pattern of NEET, right? 360 plus 360. 50% weightage of biology. So think before you take any random step, and please read, because that is the only thing will save you. Yeah, I think Anuj was saying something. You raise your hand.
Yes, sir. Photosystem के बारे में बोलूँ क्या?
Yeah, tell me what is photosystem?
There are two kinds of photosystems,
Hmm?
such as light harvesting chlorophyll and carotenoid molecules.
या फिर मैं बोलूं, photosystem composed of two types of molecules, and
Yes.
one is chlorophyll A and another is a light harvesting molecules or the antenne. What is
Yes.
the job of this light harvesting molecules?
Sir, means they capture the light energy and pass and they pass to photocenters.
Very good. So now what is photocenter? You said it correctly. Light harvesting में क्या आएगा? Carotenoids आएंगे या फिर any other accessory pigments आएंगे. So when I say photocenter, reaction center, वो क्या है? That is a center, वो single है. वहाँ पे कुछ तो है अंदर. Which pigment?
Sir, P680.
Yeah, it can be P680, it can be P700, but फिर भी क्या होगा? What is P680? What is P700?
Sir, pigment 680 molecules they are. No?
हाँ, pigment 680 molecules. Yes, but कौन सा molecule? कौन सा pigment?
Sir, cluster का क्या?
Sorry, I could not hear.
Cluster का pigment रहेगा ना?
Okay, wait. No, it's not like that. Okay, no worries, no worries. We will discuss. So I think everyone is confused with the photo system and the reaction center thing. We will discuss it once. Before that, just last one question I want to ask you: why photosynthesis is a redox reaction? Yes, Ajinkya.
In the process of photosynthesis, there are the reduction and oxidation. Both processes are take simultaneously in the photosynthesis process. That is called hence that photosynthesis process called redox reaction. And there is water is oxidized, means released, and CO2 is reduced.
Very good. So it is yes. It is water is oxidized and CO2 is reduced to sugar. That is correct point, because there is an oxidation reduction happening simultaneously in a photosynthesis. It is called as redox reaction. Yeah, that's the correct answer. Now, before going ahead, I would like to go back to slides and tell you exactly what is reaction center. So see, एक diagram में दिखा तुम लोगों को. When I say reaction center, it is that one point or one center जहाँ पे maximum absorbance हो रहा है, maximum absorbance of light हो रहा है, and the actual light reaction वहाँ पे होता है. Apart from that, जो भी बाकी के pigments है, those are like a kind of light harvesting pigments. But reaction center which contains mostly chlorophyll A. Okay, so this particular chlorophyll A is a one जो actually involved रहेगा in a photochemical reaction, that is a light reaction, right? So in this particular process क्या होता है कि बाकी जो pigment भी रहेंगे, clusters of chlorophylls and like other kinds of chlorophylls and even the accessory pigments like carotenoids. But when I talk about P680, P700, it is that one important chlorophyll A molecule which is actually carrying out the entire process. And we know there are two types of reaction center. One is P680, one is P700. Okay, when I say P680, what does it mean? It is like pigment 680. Matlab this particular pigment shows maximum absorbance at a wavelength 680 nanometer. However, when I say P700, it is the pigment that shows maximum absorbance at 700 nanometer. So that is the two important reaction centers we are having, which contains chlorophyll A as a main pigment. Apart from that, there is a second concept which we had studied yesterday, which is a photosystem. In case of photosystem, we know there is actually a complete set. It's like actually it is a cluster kind of system जहाँ पे chlorophyll होगा, उसके आगे में बहुत सारे, अगर if you remember, I had shown you some diagram yesterday. It was very simple diagram. नीचे तीन रेड कलर के मैंने डॉट्स बनाए थे, उसके ऊपर दो ब्लू, उसके ऊपर एक ग्रीन, ऐसा काइंड ऑफ मैंने बनाया था. एंड आई वाज लाइक कि जो ग्रीन वाला है दैट इज द क्लोरोफिल, बाकी का जो है दैट इज द अदर क्लोरोफिल्स एंड द carotenoid like molecule. And this actually the entire system which I had showed you yesterday, that was nothing but a typical photo system जहाँ पे जब भी light आएगा there will be a kind of excitation, or light will be taken up by this all the molecules and it will be passed on to the finally to the reaction center, which is nothing but a chlorophyll A. Okay, so this is the actually cluster of pigment molecule. So when I say cluster, it is a photosystem which contains the photocenters or the reaction center. It can be P680 or it can be P700. So depending on which kind of photocenter present in a particular system, it is known as either photosystem 1 or a photosystem 2. And we all know photosystem 1 contains which reaction center?
P700,
Very good. And photosystem 2 contains?
P680.
Very good. So these are the two important reaction centers which are present in a photosystem. And now I hope you understood what is the basic difference between photosystem and a reaction center. So with this, now we will continue with studying about exactly what is photosystem, and then we will begin with the light reaction. And yeah, I'm really now, it's a kind of request, no request, why should I request? Advice rather. I won't take anyone after 7:40. It's kind of distraction for me. Every time someone asks to join, it gives me notification, admit or not admit kind of thing, and then I get distracted. So if you want to join, join before 7:45. Max, the time is 7:30. I hope you all remember. So yeah, let's begin. Photosystem 1. So what is photosystem 1? As we already have know, it is nothing but a particular cluster of pigment which contains the reaction center P700. So what exactly happens in this particular system? So when a particular light is coming, so it will be absorbed by obviously this P700, and then the excited electrons. So we all know there is a jab bhi light aayega, there will be photo excitation of a chlorophyll, right? जब भी photo excite होगा, there will be an electron which will be going to the excited state. So जब भी light आएगा, the energy rich electron, मतलब the excited electron will be emitted from the reaction center. Okay, उसको बाहर फेंका जाएगा. जब भी electron जाएगा, this electron will be then taken up by a series of electron carriers. Okay, electron carriers are nothing but a particular molecules जिनका job रहता है electron को accept करना and next molecule को donate करना. That's why they are called as electron carriers. So very common types of electron carriers are cytochrome. Please note it down. Electron carriers very commonly like very common electron carriers are cytochrome, CYT and chrome, CITO chrome. These are nothing but the ion containing compounds which helps in a transport of electron. Okay, so this electron which is emitted from the photosystem will be taken up by the electron carriers and it will be finally donated to the NADP, that is the nicotinamide adenine diamine phosphate, right? So this particular NADP, then obviously जब भी वो हाइड्रोजन लेगा क्या होगा उसके साथ? NADP ने अगर हाइड्रोजन लिया तो क्या बनेगा? Electrons लिया, gain of electron हो रहा है. What will be the reaction happening with NADP?
Reduction.
Yeah, obviously. So it will be reduction and it will form the typical NADPH. Okay, NADPH, which is also called as the reducing power. Okay, at the same time, there will be happening a particular reaction called as a photolysis of water or a splitting of water. Why? Because the moment an electron is getting emitted from a reaction center या फिर photosystem, क्या होगा? वो particular system will be electron deficient. Okay, so it will try to take it. So obviously the electron deficient मतलब वो unstable हो जाएगा and it will try to gain stability. To gain the stability, it needs to have a particular अंदर इलेक्ट्रॉन जो उसने ऑलरेडी अगर उसने एक इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहर फेंका है तो it becomes unstable, right? To get that stability back, it needs to get the another electron to the system, right? So for to get this one particular system, there is a splitting of water, it is a photolysis of water, which actually releases the electrons and it is taken up by the photosystem 1 and it gets stable. But along with the electron, during the splitting of water, we all know there is a release of hydrogen, there is a release of oxygen. So जो oxygen release होगा, that will be a byproduct of the photosynthesis. However, जो hydrogen रहेगा, that will be again pass on to the next molecules. It is mostly given to the NADP. NADP, which is a coenzyme and which forms the NADPH, which is a reducing power. NADPH is very important molecule because it is a kind of molecule जिससे हम लोग energy ले सकते हैं. So as we know, ATP, we all know it's energy currency. ATP होगा तो energy मिलना ही है. But along with ATP, NADPH is also an equally important molecule because you can further carry out typical reaction and obtain ATP from this particular NADPH. Okay. Now, whatever this ATP and NADPH are formed during this particular electron carrier system, वो use होगा बाद में whenever we are starting the dark reaction जहाँ पे actual reduction होगा carbon dioxide का into carbohydrates. Okay, so these all things will be used in a second part of a photosynthesis. So you see, it's kind of, it's very systematic. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि randomly किसको भी कुछ भी हो रहा है, they are performing some kind of reaction. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. It's very planned and very systematic. Light reaction में बनेगा, dark reaction में use होगा. And there is a balance as well. Okay, so it's not like कि कितना okay light reaction में बनेगा तो कितना भी मैं आज बहुत ज़्यादा बना लूँगा तो मेरा कल का काम कम होगा. No, there is always a threshold. There is always a balance. जितना लगेगा उतना ही बनेगा. The plants, it's very not like every living system is actually works in a very systematic way. Even our system, for that sake, internally we actually work very systematically. अभी behavior wise we like randomly हम लोग कुछ भी करते हैं, that's a different thing. But our in vivo system is very systematic. Okay, so that's why this NADPH is actually called as a reducing power of the cell. और ये कब बनता है? During the photosystem 1 जहाँ पे electron transport होता है. Now that is all about photosystem 1 जहाँ पे actually splitting of water होता है. But then there is another system we all know, which is a photosystem 2. So this photosystem 2 is actually, I'm sorry, this first statement is not a part of this slide. So the photosystem 2 I'm sorry. Okay, forget the last statement. So in this case, in case of photosystem 1, I'm sorry, I just got confused with something. So पहले हम लोग एक्चुअली photosystem 2 करना था, but ठीक है हमने photosystem 1 किया. Why? Because ये जो splitting of water का जब मैंने तुम लोगों को स्टोरी बताया, the splitting of water is not actually happening with the photosystem 1. यहाँ पे जो भी ये हाइड्रोजन आ रहा है यहाँ पे इसके पास, that is actually given to it. Photosystem 1 does not involve any kind of splitting of water as such. वो खुद से नहीं कर सकता. Rather, it is dependent on another system, that is a photosystem 2, which is actually will involve the, which will actually carry out the photolysis of water and the elements will be released. So उसमें से electrons and hydrogen will be taken up for converting the NADP to NADPH, whereas this particular oxygen will be released. So photosystem 1 में there will be no photolysis of water, whereas in case of photosystem 2 there will be actually photolysis of water taking place. Okay, so whenever this particular photosystem 2 absorbs the light, there will be electrons. Obviously the electrons will be released because excited state में जाएगा. Okay, the moment the electrons are released, the chlorophyll molecule will get oxidized. Okay, once this one particular electrons which are actually emitted by this photosystem 2, okay, they are ultimately trapped, that is a physicity जो होगा वो छोड़ेगा जब भी electrons, they are not coming back to P680. However, they will be trapped by P700, which is the first light. I'm sorry, so that's why actually वो slide थोड़ा switch हो गया था, but it's okay. I hope I'm not confusing you more. अगर कुछ भी यहाँ पे थोड़ा confusion हुआ रहेगा, I'm sorry for that. You can ask me any question right now if you are still not getting what I'm trying to convey. Okay. One important point, photosystem 1 is P700 वाला, photosystem 2 is P680 वाला. photosystem 1 में photolysis of water नहीं होता है, however वहाँ पे electrons and hydrogen लिया जाता है. कहाँ से? From the photolysis of water which is happening with the photosystem 2. So it will be associated with the photosystem 2. However, the elements will be then transferred or given to the photosystem 1. So that's what the third point says. The electrons emitted from this particular system are trapped by photosystem 1. That is a P700. Okay. As I mentioned, if photolysis of water हो रहा है, तो obviously oxygen is given out as a byproduct. Okay. And जो भी protons हम लोग दे रहे हैं यहाँ से, that will be actually taken up inside the thylakoid membrane and it forms the proton gradient. Okay, I hope you know what is gradient. So there will be high concentration at the inner side, low concentration at outer side. So from low to high concentration, it forms a kind of gradient which actually helps in a production of ATP. Okay, so because of this high to low concentration, there will be kind of diffusion like process. Like, you know what is diffusion. I hope you understand what is diffusion, what is osmosis. So whenever there is a low to high concentration, there is a kind of diffusion process happening, because of which there will be kind of a concentration gradient form and it will start producing ATP. Okay, so ये diffusion के वजह से यहाँ पे होता है production of ATP. If you want to know exactly how the particular photolysis of water takes place, तो यहाँ पे मैंने एक diagram, एक typical image डाला है. So the moment the photosystem 2 take up the light, it will emit the electrons. Okay, and it will start the photolysis of water. So there is this particular water molecule which is actually breaking down or undergoing lysis, and we get two components, that is the 4H plus and 4OH minus. Now this 4OH minus, again it will get more stabilized form, so we get 4OH and 4 electrons. So this electron again will be transferred to the P700. Then again is the 4OH will be again converted to 2H2O plus O2. So this O2 will be released. Again this 2H2O will be like in this way. So if you carry out the entire complete balance reaction, you will find that you have to 4 molecules of H2O is actually giving you 2 molecules of H2O plus oxygen which is released into atmosphere plus 4H plus ions, that is the hydrogen which will be used in a reduction as well as in a formation of proton gradient that will be helping into production of ATP, and the electrons will be again taken up by or trapped by photosystem 1 to get a stable system. Okay, that's how actually the photolysis of water takes place. It is a stepwise reaction, but ultimately there will be release of water, oxygen, hydrogen, that is the proton, and the electrons. Okay, all of which are equally important. जो water बना है वापस से, that can be reused. However, oxygen is released, hydrogen is and electrons are also used in a pathway. Okay, so with this is actually a core point. Now you will actually understand. So I understand थोड़ा difficult जाएगा this 1 and 2 समझने में, because ऐसा था कि अभी तक तुम लोग को मैंने बोला था कि okay, it is a cluster of pigments and all, and now suddenly I'm starting with some kind of reactions or with some kind of mechanism. So it may go थोड़ा difficult, I understand, but don't worry, just try to understand कि क्या मैंने बोला है. In case of photosystem 1, there is a reduction of NADP. In case of photosystem 2, there is a photolysis of water taking place, and then ये 3 components बन रहे, that is O2, 4H plus and electrons. Okay, और वो कहाँ पे जा रहे वो याद रखो, because after this now we will actually start with the process जहाँ पे ये photosystems, reaction centers and photosystem, reaction centers and this photoliths of water वाला जो things था वो हम लोग use करेंगे. So कल भी हम लोगों ने एक बात बताया था, that is something called as photophosphorylation. What is photophosphorylation? It is nothing but synthesis of ATP in a presence of light. Simple. Define photophosphorylation बोला तो इतना ही लिखना है, synthesis of ATP in a presence of light. It is called as photophosphorylation, which is very important step in a photosynthesis. Okay, this particular reaction of photophosphorylation takes place in all the plants. However, it can take place in two forms. So there are two types of photophosphorylation, we can say. One is a cyclic photophosphorylation, one is another is a non-cyclic photophosphorylation. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग देखेंगे what is cyclic photophosphorylation. So when I talk about any kind of phosphorylation, you need to keep in mind the system composed of what? Obviously photosystem, either one or two or both, and a few of the electron carriers, which can be cytochromes or pyridoxine, and there are many others. Okay, exactly what happens in cyclic photophosphorylation? The name itself, cyclic photophosphorylation. So one point about cyclic photophosphorylation is जो भी electrons हम लोग emit कर रहे हैं from the photosystem after exposure to light, तो जब भी मैंने उसको light दिया, obviously there will be electron coming out, right? There will be photo excitation of chlorophyll present in the system. So the moment the electron coming out, it will be taken up by a series of electron carriers. It is FRS, that is a pyridoxine reducing substance, then pyridoxine, cytochrome B6, cytochrome F, lactocyanine. What are all these components? These are nothing but electron carriers. इनका काम है electron लो, electron दो. But if you see within this particular reaction, there is something happening. What is happening? There is a phosphorylation of ADP plus PI into ATP. So during this one reaction, जहाँ पे हम लोग देख रहे हैं in cyclic photophosphorylation, which photosystem is involved? It is PS1. PS1 मतलब P680, right?
P700.
700.
Very good. So it's not 630, but it is 700. So PS1 मतलब P700 वाला system यहाँ पे है. The moment the light is absorbed by this particular photosystem, it is emitting the electron. This one electron is taken up by FRS, that is a pyridoxine reducing substance. From this FRS, the electron is then taken up by the pyridoxine. From pyridoxine, it is taken up by the cytochrome B6. But the moment it was transferred from pyridoxine to cytochrome B6, there is a reaction happening where ATP molecule is produced from the ADP molecule. In a similar way, in a subsequent step where cytochrome B6 is transferring the electron to cytochrome F, another molecule of ATP is synthesized. In a similar way, the electron is further passed on through electron carriers, and ultimately you can see the same electron. The electron which was emitted from the PS1 is coming back to the photosystem again. Okay, and that's why it is called as a cyclic photophosphorylation. How many ATPs are formed during the entire reaction यहाँ पे? How many ATPs are formed?
2.
Yeah, that is the important thing. You need to keep it in mind that 2 ATPs are actually formed during cyclic photophosphorylation. The same thing they have given in a. So that's very simple. See, cyclic is very much easy. You just need to keep these few points in a mind. First thing, when I say cyclic photophosphorylation, the photosystem involved is a photosystem 1, that is a P700 wala. Okay, whenever I am exposing the photosystem to the light, it causes the electrons to move, right? तो वो light electrons को लेके जाएगा उसे excited state में, which will get emitted from the photosystem. This emitted electron will move continuously to the electron carriers, and ultimately it will come back to the photosystem 1. That's why it is called as cyclic
रोज तर
photophosphorylation.
विचारत नाही रोज असं काय मी हसत दाखवलं ते बी हसतात म्हणलं त्याचं काय आहेच ना अजून त्या काय सुरू नाही
Okay, so the cyclic, during this cyclic flow of electrons from one electron carrier to second electron carriers, there is actually happening a production of ATP from ADP. Okay, this ATP will be used where in a dark reaction. Okay, and since the process involves only one pigment, that is photosystem 1, we all know there is no photolysis of water happening with photosystem 1. It is only happens with the photosystem 2. So because there is only photosystem 1 involved in cyclic photophosphorylation, there will be no photolysis of water or release of any kind of oxygen in this particular process. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, यहाँ पे सिर्फ ATP production होगा. Why it is cyclic? Because जो electron गया है from one system, that will again come back to the same system. Please highlight this point, note it down. That is why it is cyclic. जो जा रहा है वो वापस भी उसी के पास आ भी रहा है. Okay, that is called as cyclic photophosphorylation. So I hope you understood what is cyclic photophosphorylation. If you are not understanding, please speak. Let me know. It is important chapter. Ignore mat karo. Anything you want to ask? Anything you did
Sir,
not understand?
PI
Yes.
क्या होता है?
Sorry.
ADP plus PI.
Yeah, ADP means so you know what is ATP, right? I'm sorry, I did not explain that. ATP matlab adenosine triphosphate. Similar way, ADP is a adenosine diphosphate or PI is a inorganic phosphate. Okay, so it's like it is a stepwise reaction. Actually, हमारे body में होता है AMP. AMP is a adenosine monophosphate. The AMP will take up one inorganic phosphate, that is a PI, and it will form ADP. So system में क्या बन जाएगा अभी ADP है. Now this ADP will take one more or inorganic phosphate, that is a PI, and it will form ATP. So that's why we have seen written यहाँ पे. हम लोग को क्या चाहिए? ATP, adenosine triphosphate. हमारे पास क्या है यहाँ पे? ADP, adenosine diphosphate. Obviously we need to add one phosphate to form ATP, and that's why ADP plus PI, that is the inorganic phosphate, which is giving you ATP, that is the adenosine triphosphate, the energy currency of the cell. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything else? No. Okay. So what I want you all to do, please draw this particular cycle in your book. अगर हम लोग ऑफलाइन में हो तो डेफिनेटली हम लोग ये बोर्ड पे बना के एकदम सिस्टमैटिक वे में लिख के आई कुड हैव आस्क्ड यू टू राइट इट डाउन इन अ प्रॉपर वे, बट सिंस इट्स ऑनलाइन, डोंट जस्ट टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट और जस्ट ओके बुक में दिया है तो मैं कर लूंगी काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन. रीड एंड मेक इट इन अ बुक. Okay, so please write it down, and I hope you will be making this particular. So this is your another homework. Draw a systematic pathway for cyclic photophosphorylation. Am I clear? सबको अपने बुक में ये pathway बनाना है. Then with this we have completed the cyclic photophosphorylation, and now we are moving towards the next part, that is the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So in non-cyclic photophosphorylation, surprisingly, your book has given such a nice diagram कि जो कुछ दिखता ही नहीं है. So I have tried to understand, but then okay. For now I have just added, but there is another picture which I have added in a next slide. जहाँ पे हम लोग को बहुत अच्छे से समझेगा what is non-cyclic. So as I mentioned, in case of cyclic, जो इलेक्ट्रॉन जा रहा था from one photosystem, that is not coming back to the that is actually coming back to the same photosystem. That's why it is cyclic, right? However, in case of non-cyclic photophosphorylation, जो इलेक्ट्रॉन जा रहा है from one photosystem, that is 2, it is not really coming back to the same photosystem, and that's why it is called as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. The things about this, the special characteristics of this particular photophosphorylation is it involves both photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. So if you see, in case of cyclic, only one is involved. However, in case of non-cyclic, there are both the photosystems are involved. Okay, in this case, as I mentioned, the electron transport chain start with the release of electron from photosystem 2. Okay, in case of cyclic, वहाँ पे 1 से चालू होता है, यहाँ पे 2. And this electron will not come back to the 2 back again, and that's why it is called as non-cyclic. Okay. However, the electron which is not coming back to the 2, it is actually given to the PS1. If you remember, even in last slide, it was mentioned the electron is trapped by photosystem 1. Okay, so it is actually given to the PS1, which will carry out the further process जहाँ पे NADP का हम लोग reduction कर रहे to NADPH. Okay, and as I already had mentioned, this ATPs, NADPH, whatever we are producing in the photophosphorylation step, they will be utilized in the next phase of a photosynthesis, that is a dark reaction, where actually reduction होगा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का. किसमें होगा reduction? क्या बनेगा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिड्यूस होके? What will be the ultimate product? Hello? If I am reducing carbon dioxide, what will be the ultimate product? क्या बनेगा? बोलो बच्चों, क्या बनेगा?
कार्बन
कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को रिड्यूस किया तो क्या बनेगा? अरे अभी तो अजिंक्य ने बोला था ड्यूरिंग.
Sugar.
Yeah, obviously it will form sugar, that is a carbohydrate, glucose, anything, but then it will reduce it to the carbohydrate, sugars. So that is the overall view of a non-cyclic photophosphorylation. If you see pathway क्या करता है? So you can see यहाँ पे दो photosystem है, P680, P700. Okay, 680 photosystem 2. यहाँ पे क्या होगा, जैसे ही लाइट आएगा the electron will get excited और वो दिया जाएगा a series of, again it will be taken up by a series of electron carriers. So यहाँ पे FeO, QA, QB, I don't know what they have mentioned, but it's a kind of same reaction जैसे हम लोगों ने देखा था in case of cyclic. So it is mainly plastocyanin and all kind of, and cytochrome. So I just know cytochromes and plastocyanin, but in this diagram, this people have mentioned this FeO, QA, QB. जिसका explanation there is nowhere in your book, but still if you want in detail, I will take it out and let you know in the next class exactly होता क्या है ये सब molecules. But if you ask me about FES, pyridoxine, cytochrome B, cytochrome F, cytochrome B6, ये सब they are common carriers. This is very much well known thing कि ये सब electron carriers है. Even followed से plastocyanin, PC. But this QA and FeO is something we need to check it out. Okay, but okay, that is not a concern here. What you need to keep in mind, what they are expecting you to understand it, कि जैसे electron निकल जाएगा from P680, it will be taken up by different electron carrier system, and the electron carrier system will finally give the electron to what? To P700. That is the photosystem 1, and then the photosystem 1 will actually use this particular electron and transfer it to further electron carriers, which will use these electrons and the hydrogen release for reduction of NADP, or you can say NAD, which will form finally the NADPH, which is the reducing power of a cell that will be utilized in a dark reaction. Okay, so the moment, तो यहाँ पे तुमने देखा P680 को मैंने भेज दिया यहाँ पे, तो यहाँ पे this becomes electron deficient, right? यहाँ पे इसके पास इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं है. So to get the stability back, what it will do, it will go under the photolysis of water. So it will take up the water, उसको break down करेगा, और जो electron यहाँ से निकलेगा, that will be taken up by P680, that is the photosystem 2, to achieve the stability. And at the same time, hydrogen and oxygens are released as a product. So यहाँ पे nowhere, if you see, it's a kind of linear reaction. यहाँ से यहाँ, यहाँ से यहाँ, यहाँ से यहाँ, यहाँ से यहाँ पे nowhere the electrons which are released from the P680 or photosystem 2 are coming back to the same photosystem again, and that's why it is called as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. I don't know. See, this diagram is much easier to see because यहाँ पे इतना ज्यादा कुछ mention नहीं किया है about electron carriers and all. They just have mentioned carrier. So if you could see in your book properly, दिख रहा है अगर, so well and good, because it is a simple version of the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So you can see यहाँ से light आ रहा है, यहाँ पे photosystem पे excite हो रहा है, electron दे रहा है, it is passing on, then there is a formation of ATP at one step, electron is finally given to the photosystem 1, again वो excite हो रहा है, kind of thing. So it is very simple when इन्होंने diagrammatically present किया है, but it is not that clear. I don't know, either it's just a problem with the PDF which I am having, or maybe I don't know if the printed version is having a clear picture, that will be better for you all. Okay, and if you want to see this detailed picture, it is also given in your textbook only, but as a extra. So if you go to page number 216 of your textbook, only this diagram is given. There is no explanation given about exactly क्या हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है about this diagram, but they just have given this particular diagram. So you will find this diagram as well in your textbook. Okay, but we don't need to worry about ki kitne sare molecules hai and all. It's okay. You just need to remember the important key points of a particular cycle. So one of the important kya hai is the photolysis of water. So as I mentioned, the moment the photosystem 2 is giving out the electron after taking up the light, it becomes electron deficient. Okay, and this particular electron deficient photosystem then brings about the oxidation of a water molecule, or you can say breaking of the water molecule, because of which there is a production of protons, electrons, and oxygen. Oxygen we know released as a byproduct, electron taken up by photosystem 2, and protons are also forming the kind of proton pump, as well as it is used in a reduction process. Now the electrons which are taken up by photosystem 2 itself, as I mentioned, electrons, sorry. The electrons which are taken up by this particular system will make the system stable. So PS2 now okay. Protons will be taken up by NADP, which will get reduced to NADPH. Very good. अब लोगों को power मिल रहा है, that is the reducing power, and oxygen is finally released in the air. Okay. So in this way, this is the important processes which are actually associated in a non-cyclic photophosphorylation, which are very important and you need to keep in mind. Now in this textbook, I don't know, they actually have given very unnecessary things in a detail, और जो देना चाहिए basics वही नहीं दिया है, but I want you all to read about this in detail, and that's why I'm giving you this homework question 7 today, that I want to know, okay, electron photolysis of water हो रहा है, electrons generate हो रहा है, understood, but I want you all to find out which elements are actually involved in this particular process, how this photolysis of water is actually happening. Reaction मैंने already explain किया था, if you remember, the 4H2 को हमने जब split किया था 2H2 O2 and all these molecules coming. But which elements are actually catalyzing this particular process? Okay, so you need to find it out, and we will discuss this in the next class. Okay, at last, as a final statement, what we know now, whenever photosystem 2 is absorbing light, it is giving out an electron. The high energy electron released from this particular photosystem 2 never return to the same photosystem. Okay, rather it is passed to the next electron carriers, which is then accompanied by a ATP formation, and the entire process is called as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. I hope you understood what is the basic difference in a cyclic and non-cyclic. Okay, and to check what is the basic difference, I'm giving you another homework now, that is homework 8, which includes you need to write down the distinguish between cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Okay, I hope I am clear. You need to write down very important one. क्या क्या बोलेगा अभी मुझे, who will tell me? one by one. What is the basic difference in cyclic and non-cyclic? Yes, Nikita.
Electron emitted by chlorophyll return back to the same chlorophyll.
Okay, that is in a case of
Cyclic photophosphorization.
cyclic. So fill here. That is correct, and just use the word photo. Okay, so that will be the right word to use. The electron emitted from the one system one, the electron is not coming back to the same process, not coming. Is called as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Is another difference, Sharon?
Cyclic photophosphorylation does not include photolysis of H2O.
नहीं नहीं हाँ, yeah, go ahead, sorry. Cyclic में there is no photolysis of
Sir,
H2O,
voice break
and
हो रहा है.
non-cyclic में
Yes, break हो रहा है.
Yes, sir. Voice is breaking.
okay. So one point I said, I don't know what is happening because is it okay now? Yeah, still problem.
Still problem, sir.
Okay, no worries.
नहीं,
अभी
अभी
अभी आ
बराबर-
रहा है, अभी आ रहा है, अभी आ रहा है.
Okay. Anyway, we are on a last slide for a day, so I hope we could complete the summary part. So, but okay, difference between
फिर से break
cyclic
हो
and
रहा है.
non-cyclic, I'm
Yes,
giving you
sir,
homeworks, I will
breaking
not
voice.
do. Okay, no issues. We will stop here for slide at least. कि क्या करना है ये करके आओ. We will discuss tomorrow. I hope you could hear इतना at least कि तुम लोग को homework करके कल आना है. We are stopping here. Okay. Yes, no.
Yes.
Okay, there is something in a I don't know. I'm not able to see the chat box for some or other reason. Yeah, sure. So I hope now you can hear me. So मैंने इतना ही बोला कि we are stopping here because some network issues are there. So I'm going to discuss this. Do the homework जो आज मैंने बोला था. I hope I am clear and you all can hear me. Anything else you want to say, you can say, or else we will stop here.
सर डाउट है.
Hello, Sharon. Sorry, I can't hear you actually.